welcome to the first video of this channel. So today I'll just be doing an orchestra setup. So I'll just jump right into it right now. So I'll start by assigning name to all my channels. So an orchestra is basically all those stuff where we do all those setups, like where they do instrumentals only, like where you see the keyboard, like now I'll also be naming the organs, the piano and stuff like that. So that is just basically what I will do today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. So I've started by naming my keys. So I will just go for my keys. I'll start with my strings and my bass guitar. I'll be using two types of guitars today: bass guitar, acoustics guitar, guitar, and our electric guitar. Also, I'll also be doing recordings on the channels, so like hybrid music. So in case you have anything like two songs you want to join together, or you would have loved to hear them together, I also be doing those type of contents on this channel, and remixes with also multi-tracking and setups, basically setups like this, and explanation of different concepts of the XR18. Also, if you want other types of mixers, consoles, controllers, you can comment in the comment section below if you would like to see setups of other console on this channel. So today I'm using XR18. I'm using XR18 for this setup. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you. So saxophone, trumpet, flute, trombone, and that wraps it up for the woodwind. Right, saxophone, flute, clarinet, and that wraps it up for the woodwind. So I'll just go into the drums. I use drums in the orchestra, not rock drums, like just normal drums. So I'll just like with the kick drum. I don't know if it's kick or bass drum. You can also see then setup and they use kick and bass. So I'll leave it as kick. So also with other part of the drum, the snare, I'm sure of that. Is it called crash or cymbal? See, I don't go with cymbal. So next is hi-hat. Yes, the hi-hat. Sorry, I didn't. Hi-hat. Hi-hat. So that's basically all. Next, I'll be putting them into groups, so I can also tell which group you're in. So keyboard will be in group 1. I'll put the bass strings in like group 2. This one's will be in group 3. or yeah, basically. So next I'll be assigning my bosses, those are my outputs. So basically I'll just do a sub speaker, next sub speakers. I like basically just like using two speakers for my sub on XA. Okay, it didn't change. Next sub speakers. Then I'll use this for my top. Basically I loop my top speakers for my sub speaker. I just like using two different buses for it. Next will be my keys. Those are for this group. So I can also put this in the group one, but no need. Well, next will be my strings. Of course, strings. The third one will be my woodwind. Also, this setup, I also release it on my Discord channel and media fire, but that is till I'm done with the setup. So make sure to follow me on Discord, and if you also like setups like this, if you want another one, I can post it on Discord. So let's just continue watching. So next I will be assigning, since I'm done with assigning my woodwind, we'll go straight into equalizing, because that will be the main part you guys will be looking for. So I would also like to do my effects, but not in this episode. So I'll go straight to equalizing. So your equalizer, this is a very crucial part in your mixing. So this equalization, very important. If your equalization is bad, basically your whole sound is bad. Like once you don't get this part, also it's not only parametric I'll also be doing. In the later episodes, I'll do what they call graphics. So stay tuned if you want to know the graphics, how to do equalization of graphics. I'll also be doing tutorials on like reverbs and reverbs. Those are like special effects, and your gates and compressors. So let's just continue. Sorry for leaving the main context. So I'll start with my organ. So your organ is like basically your basic keyboard. Also, I'll also be using the same equalizer for the keyboard and piano. So I'll just do a general equalization of your organ. Your organ is just basically like a basic keyboard. So it's always basic. From if I'm not mistaken, so they're always busy. So in busy instruments, I'll put the low chords around 100 or 70 between that figure. So it will capture the basic parts. Okay, some of you say the organ also has this high tune. I'll get to that. That's what I'm saying, between 100 and 70. It's not too high and not too low. Okay, if you're also asking what's the low cut, low cut is basically when you cut your low frequency. So the more you increase the low cut, the more your low frequencies are reduced. So the reason why I'll put this in between a 70 and 100 is because your low frequency is also needed in the organs. So I'll just put it, let's say 100. So that's a nice frequency, and I'll cut the high frequency high, like I explained the low frequency. And if I cut the high frequency, I'm cutting high frequency, but I'll just cut it. I'll change the preset to high cut and leave it in zero because we also need the high frequency for the organ. So, but I'll be reducing this. Yep, this should be a good point. Sorry, I said zero. Then the mid frequency. I really like tampering with the mid frequency, but I like managing with my low frequency and my high frequency for the parametric. But the gate is a totally different matter. I'll talk about that in another video. So I'll just basically be doing. So your high frequency, high cut is just like you're cutting your high frequency. Sorry about the delay, was busy, so I just paused the recording. Okay, so I've cut my high frequency now. So I remembered I was in my low frequency. Okay, so I was saying I don't like tampering with my mid frequencies. So I might as well just leave them be. So I could just adjust the frequency hertz, like the hertz. Also, these grid lines you see on this place, they are different frequencies. So like now on this grid line here, this should be this around 2099 hertz, 2999 hertz. Sorry, was this 3000 hertz? So I just like to leave them be around 0 decibels, except in special cases, or I just need to adjust them. But for this, because I told you that I'll just put it on the general setting, I'll leave them be on 0 decibels. So here I'll be adjusting my low frequencies. I'll increase it to a higher frequency. Note, this higher frequency doesn't mean that I'm increasing the low. This frequency, if I bring this high, this fourth one that is written high on top. Sorry, let me just click it so I know what I'm talking about. This one, if I bring it here, this high becomes low frequency. If I bring this one that is low, bring it around here, this is the highest frequency. This is the highest frequency there. So this, like I explained before, all these are those grid lines. So if I'm bringing this low forward, I'm increasing the frequencies. So these are the lower frequencies. So I'm using my hand. These are the lower frequencies where I'm tapping around. These are like the middle frequencies. But this one, if I bring it, it's tending more to the low frequency. That's why it's the low mid. Look, if I reset, everything is arranged. See, these two are in the middle, the low frequencies, these two, and the high mid frequency. So these are the two mid frequencies on XA. So if I just if I just adjust these two forward, let's say I bring this one forward and I take this one back, this is my high frequency and this is now my low frequency. Capiche? So okay, so let me just put it back where it was for. So this is now, I told you I'll cut my high and I'll bring this forward so that my organs won't be too busy. So my organ won't be too busy. Then I'll bring it up a little bit. And I just go forward, shift, change to high shift. Also, I'll reduce this stuff so that my low frequency can have a higher area of influence. The more I reduce it, look, as you see, as I reduce the value of this, the area of influence on my low frequency increased. That is basically it for that I'll do for this organ. Let me just change this to the low shift. So sorry. Parametric. Okay, so that is basically it for equalization of this particular instrument. I could just also reduce this because it's too much. So that is it. So I will be going to keyboard. Keyboard shouldn't be that hard to equalize. So just start with the low chords. Keyboard isn't really that a busy keys organ. So I'll put it around 150. Okay, just to note, you can also equalize it to your taste. I'm just doing a general analysis of the equalization. So okay, then I'll be using high shift for the high frequencies. I won't call the high frequency because it's also crucial because of those higher keys so that they will sound. If this high frequency is really low, you can test it out at home. Try reducing the high frequency to the maximum minimum and try pressing the higher keys on your keyboard. You will notice that because of the reduction in the high frequency, there's also the reduction in the sound of your keynotes. That's very crucial to note. So once this high frequency isn't on a reasonable scale, your keyboard high notes also won't sound. Noted, it's only when your keyboard is plugged in into a mixer or a console that all these effects takes place. Just chipping that. So I also increase the low frequency and the mid frequencies. I'll increase this too. So but just bring it down a little bit, like then minus 2.5 and just put this in 1. Might as well just put this in 0. Basically it's noted. You also mix it anyhow you like your keyboard to sound, but I told you before that I'm just doing a general mix up in the body instrument. So I'll just copy this, paste it on my piano. Let's look at 150. So I think that will be it for this part of the setup. So if you have also any other ideas on this particular setup, or you also want any other setup, you can also chat me on Discord. The Discord link, I'll drop it in the description of this video, or you can also ask in the comment section. That'll be easier to see. Or you can also chat me or send me an email on my Gmail account. You can check that in the channel's description. Also, if you have audio content, like songs you would like me to also remix or add a little touch to it or hybrid song. I also release an example of what I'm saying now. I'll release it so that you could understand what I'm talking about. I'll release it maybe after the second part of this series or before. I don't really know. So just you could also be expectant for that. That is basically it for this channel. If you have any other ideas, you could chat me on Discord or you can send me an email or also ask in comment section. So that basically it. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.